is a small town in southern Illinois called Lakefield. The kind of place where people forget to lock their doors and wave at passing cars. Nothing bad ever happens in Lakefield. Or at least, that's what they say. On the edge of town sits an old Victorian house that had been on the market for over a year. Realtor after realtor called it bad luck. But in March of 2023, a young couple from Chicago, Jason and Emily, bought it for a shockingly low price. They thought they'd found a steal. In reality, they bought a secret. The house was beautiful, creaky wood floors, stained glass windows, and a large oak tree out front. But what stood out the most was the basement. Cold, silent, and pitch black. The previous owners had bricked off a section of it, claiming it was for structural reasons. Jason, curious, joked it was probably hiding treasure. Emily laughed. But 2 nights after moving in, Emily noticed something odd. A faint light coming from the basement. Just for a second, like a flicker. Jason checked. Nothing. Probably faulty wiring. He shrugged. But it happened again and again. On the 5th night, Emily was home alone while Jason worked a night shift. At 2:17 a.m., she heard footsteps in the hallway. Slow, deliberate. And the next day, she found herself with a fully loaded gun by her bed. 2:17 a.m. She grabbed a kitchen knife and walked out of the bedroom. No one. But the basement door was open. The light was on. Except there were no bulbs in that part of the basement. She called Jason, panicking. He told her to wait outside, but when she turned around, she saw muddy footprints coming up from the basement, stopping halfway up the stairs, and vanishing. The police found no one. No forced entry, just an old locked wooden door behind the bricked wall in the basement. It had a chain nailed across it and something scratched into the wood. A single word. Stay. Jason wanted to break it open. Emily begged him not to, but curiosity won. He rented a sledgehammer the next morning. When he knocked down the bricks, the smell hit them first. Damp, moldy, like a grave left open too long. Behind the chained door was a tiny room, maybe 5 feet by 5, just big enough for the sledge, but make it larger by 10, then up by 30, then 50. In the corner, a dusty old rocking chair, and in that chair, a Polaroid photo nailed to the wall. It was a picture of a young couple, Jason and Emily. Same clothes, same expressions, same house. Except, the date on the photo said March 23, 1993, exactly 30 years ago. The light flickered again, and that was the last time anyone ever saw them. A week later, a neighbor reported a light turning on in the basement again at 2:17 a.m. And now, the house is back on the market. Same house, same price, but this time, the listing includes one warning. Do not open the bricked wall in the basement.